Ooh, oh, that is going to go. Damn it. Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Now then, I was browsing the internet the other day and I came across some videos of some mini crawlers. And I thought to myself, do you know what? We've never actually tried a mini crawler on this channel, mainly because I'm not a massive fan of the scale and the fact that these things for the size can get quite expensive. But I thought, do you know what? I think it's about time we tried one. I had a bit of a voucher from Banggood, so I thought, you know, well, let's get one. So I've bought this FMS Thunderstorm EZ11804. It's on Banggood at the moment for about 80 quid. It's a 1/18th scale blue Jeep, basically. I think I've bought the blue one or the red one. I can't remember now. I think the thing is only about 27 centimetres long. But anyway, the thing that really appeals to me is if you've got a little bit of space or a little bit of a garden, you can actually make an outdoor crawler course for these in a relatively small space because of the scale. Now, I did have, and when lockdown was on, I did actually construct a bit of a crawler course around the garden, but I've let it go to rack and ruin SIDS. So I thought, you know what, let's reinstate the crawler course and let's go and try one of these little mini crawlers. Now this thing is obviously based on a Jeep. It's four-wheel drive. I think it's got locked diffs. It's got a little tiny 180 motor in it. Anyway, I'll tell you what, enough of the waffle. Let's crack the box open and take a look. Right then, in the box we get some instructions and a parts manual. There are some stickers there, which look really nice quality actually. We've got a USB battery charger and a little wheel wrench in a bag. We've got our transmitter. Now, although this is a small transmitter, it does actually feel a reasonable quality piece of kit. It has got some weight to it, and I must admit that everything feels really nice. I mean, the buttons on the top, what have we got? It says bind, reverse. We've got steering trim, and it looks like we've got some sort of a throttle trim. And last but not least, we've actually got the crawler itself. And I'm going to say that this thing was excellently packaged in its own foam box. But there we go. I have got the red one after all. And I must admit, that's where your money's going. The detail on this thing is absolutely fantastic. I mean, unfortunately at the moment, the light in here is absolutely rubbish because it's going dark. But the detail on this thing is absolutely superb. And I'm not being funny, but the actual crawler itself does actually weigh a bit. So it feels a solid piece of kit. I'm not sure where the battery's located at the moment. I'm thinking it's going to be in this bonnet area because there's a little bit of plastic or sellotape to stop it open. But first impressions are, this is a lovely looking model, and I can see where your 80 quid goes for like a little 1/18th scale truck. Anyway, let's have a closer look at it, and there's the motor underneath. Yeah, it is a little 180 motor. I don't know if you can see there on the camera. Like I say, it's got locked diffs, solid axles. We've got a little micro steering servo up there at the front. I might be tempted to take this body off if I can. Suspension is just springs. I don't think there's any oil dampening there. Let me have a look for the battery anyway. Right, the battery did live underneath the bonnet, and I must admit it was wedged in there, and I had a bit of trouble getting it out actually. But it's only a little, what is it, 7.4 volt, 380 milliamp hour LiPo battery. But there underneath we can see our ESC and receiver. There's the on-off switch, and there's the top of our steering servo. I do like the way that they've sort of glued down all the wires to keep them in place to stop them flapping around. But that battery was a really tight fit in there. Anyway, I'm going to stick it on charge now, and we're going to try this thing. Right, while the battery's charging up, I thought I'd have a quick flick through the manual, and it does mention a gear shift servo, but I can't find another servo on the vehicle that would change gear. I don't know if they're referring to the channel 3 on the transmitter, which is basically 3 positions: slow, medium and fast for the speed. So I'm not sure if that's what they're referring to with regards to that. We've also got a drag brake function on this as well, which can be adjusted on the transmitter. And I've noticed we've got a little tiny tow hitch in the bag here. So this is where basically your extra money is going. These are why these things are so expensive. I mean, I can understand if you spend a couple of £100 on one of these micro crawlers, and it had 3 gears on it. So I mean, I'm pretty excited to try this thing because it looks like you can adjust lots of options on this. So anyway, Come on, battery, hurry up and charge up. Okay, the battery's fully charged up. This particular version hasn't got the gear change or the speed function on this, so that channel 3 basically doesn't do anything. You turn the lights on and off via the bind button, so if you press it, they come on. There's a short delay. Pressed again, they go off. This thing has got a really nice crawl, as you'd expect for a little money crawler. It's got a brake function as well, which at the moment I think I've set it to 50%. Let's give it something to ride over. It's in my hand. So it's got a really nice crawl, as you'd expect though. Tyres are lovely and soft as well, again as you'd expect. So let's go and try this thing. I mean, it's got excellent steering lock as well, which is great for a crawler. But anyway, I'm waffling, let's go and try it. Right, I've just been out and cleared some of the old crawler track that I've got in the back garden. What a mess it was. I should have done it ages ago. But anyway, let's see what this thing is like. Turn on the light. I think you just press the bind button once. There we go. Come on then. Now, it's all about sort of finding scale appropriate obstacles really in these things. Ooh. Oh. First thing you notice is the control. It really has got a nice control, low down control about it. I'm frightened to death for scratching this body. It's lovely. It's actually really nice. Come on. Whee! Oh, beautiful. Oh, no problem at all. Oh, it's like a goat, this thing is. Oh. Oh, look at that. That is really impressive. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, it's scratching the body. Oh, brand new. So far I'm really impressed with this. It's only small, but bloody hell, it's got some potential. Right, this bit is quite tricky. It's quite slippery, but the tyres on this thing are doing an amazing job. Wow. Superb.
One hour later.
Cheat a little bit and possibly try putting a stone or something. Oh, come on. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Fabulous. Absolutely brilliant. Let's try a different route. Oh. Go on. Oh, look at that. I'm starting to realise why these things are so expensive. Look at that. That is absolutely superb. Not a problem. catch this. Still going out. Oh yes. Oh no. One more go, I think. It's quite addictive, this is actually. Scratched it to buggery now, so it doesn't matter. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Ooh. Yes. Get in. Right, I've cheated slightly. Put another stone there. There we go on. It's quite long, you see, so it does tend to get hung up in the middle. Oh, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh. Brake function there coming in really handy again. No problem. Right then, back inside, what do we think of our little 1/18th scale mini crawler by EasyRC? Well, let's have some good and bad points, shall we? I'm going to be honest, there aren't many bad points because I genuinely enjoyed using this thing. The first of which, though, was that battery placement initially. It really was quite a struggle to sort of lever that thing out. I thought at one point I was going to either damage the battery or damage the electronics on the truck, so that might be one thing to watch out for if you buy one. The other thing I didn't like is that these things aren't particularly expensive. And I did have a quick look at the transmission, and there are several places in the axles and steering, etc., where there are plain bushes instead of bearings. I think for 80 quid, I would have liked to have seen all bearings. Right then, let's have some pros, shall we? First of which, battery life was excellent, even though it's only a little 380 milliamp hour battery. It lasted the entire time of filming it. And then some. I did run it for 15-20 minutes afterwards, just for the hell of it, and I didn't run the battery down. So there does seem to be, although it's only a small battery, there does seem to be plenty of life in it. Second thing is the looks. They've done a smashing job of making this look like a little scale Jeep. I'm not a massive fan of Jeeps, I must admit, but this thing does look awesome, and it's got very scale performance as well. It looks scale when it's out and about, so I really did enjoy using this thing and the way it looks. The next pro I've got written down on my list is the performance of this thing. It is only a 180 motor, but it does give you loads of low down grunt due to the reduction gearbox. The performance is absolutely spot on. The steering is great. The low down modulation is great. It's a joy to use, actually. Another good point is there are plenty of spares available for these because it's FMS, EasyRC. There are loads of spare parts available for it, so if something breaks, you know, at least you can get it repaired. And I did really enjoy the adjustability on the electronics. You can adjust the brake function, you can adjust various variables on the steering and the throttle. You can tell where your money is going because you've just got that adjustability with the truck. Even more so on the more expensive models. But I did like this thing is feature packed. And last but not least, it was genuinely entertaining to use. It really was fun to use. I haven't used a crawler in ages, and this has sort of reignited my interest. I'm going to have to do something with the crawler track again, see if we can reinstate some of the obstacles. But this was genuinely good fun to use. It really was. I mean, the controllability, it was just brilliant. It had a superb low down crawl, and everything about it was precise and controllable. It was just really satisfying to use. Right then, would I recommend this little EasyRC FMS crawler to you guys? I'm going to say absolutely yes. It was just a joy to use from start to finish. There wasn't anything I didn't really like about it, and it is superbly capable for its scale. And if you've got the correct terrain, the correct scale of terrain, this thing can be really entertaining. Like I say, I'm going to reinstall and reinstate parts of the crawler track now, and going to put a few more obstacles in there because this has reignited my love affair with crawlers. Like I said, I've never had a mini crawler before, but if they're that good, if they're all this good, then go and get one. As ever, there will be a link in the description to where you can go and get this thing from. If you found the video of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, and I know that most of you that are watching this video haven't, click that subscribe button, please. It makes a huge difference to the channel. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon. Thank you.